Hello there. Hello there. Oh, this is a fun one, isn't it? I have got my hands on an RTX 3090. Paid a lot of money for this. Obviously, they're expensive cards, but also I bought from Overclockers UK, so it was about £1,700, which is more than it ought to cost anyway. Supposedly an element of this is more expensive shipping to actually get the stock into the UK faster, so make of it what you will. Also, there are people selling the cards on eBay for less than that, but I did want a warranty, so but that's just interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna unbox it on camera. I'm gonna take a bit of a look around the box, as I do on this channel, not normally with things like this, but there you are. So got our specs: 24 gig of memory, 4K. It just says 4K. Okay. Isn't this card supposed to support 8K? Well, whatever. 4X monitors, so it supports 4 monitors, so that's 2 less than AMD did 10 years ago. 3-year warranty. And Epic X RGB, so that's PNY's name, I assume, for just having RGB. The architecture is NVIDIA Ampere, and it has ray tracing and DLSS, I guess. I mean, those are features, yeah? Those are definitely features. So, let's go over the rest of the box. So we have the same points there, minus the 4K. So on that side. Same on that side. Let's go over the back. Backs of boxes are always interesting. So PNY XLR8 gaming on social mediums. The GeForce RTX 3090 is colossally powerful in every way. They're not wrong, it is pretty power hungry. Giving you a whole new tier of performance. It's powered by the NVIDIA Ampere architecture, which doubles down on ray tracing and AI performance with enhanced RT cores, tensor cores, and new streaming multiprocessors. So they fiddled with it and made it better. In theory, better. Got our key features there. 2nd gen ray tracing cores, 3rd gen tensor cores. I guess the tensor cores were probably introduced in Volta, which didn't make it to consumers, but that would be the 1st gen, so yeah. PCI Express Gen 4, DirectX 12 Ultimate, GDDR6X graphics memory, so that's seems to have been a collaboration between NVIDIA and Micron. It uses PAM4 signaling, which is a bit weird, so basically rather than a 1 or a 0, you effectively have 0, 1, 2 or 3. So it's more information every signal. The disadvantage of that is, of course, you have to be able to put out and read a more accurate voltage. So it's debatable whether that's good or not. But, I mean, it does make it faster. It is faster, can't deny that. NVIDIA DLSS, which is basically upscaling, but they've thrown some AI at it, and that means it's better, apparently. NVIDIA GeForce Experience, which is their software. Not got a great reputation, personally not planning to touch it. G-Sync, which is a monitor technology. It means that rather than the monitor having its own refresh rate, it has a maximum refresh rate, of course, and a minimum, but basically the GPU sends the frame to the monitor when it's ready and the monitor displays it, which is much more sensible. NVIDIA GPU Boost, which is just, runs whatever clock it can rather than a fixed clock. NVLink SLI ready, although NVIDIA aren't really supporting SLI, so, Game ready drivers. NVIDIA put out drivers for games. Various APIs. HTCP, which is the ability to play encrypted content in a way that's more difficult to copy. VR ready, you'd hope. So we also, as well as the RGB, we have support noted here for PNY's own Velocity X overclocking software, I suppose. So that's interesting. And various other logos and guff, which I'll just quickly pan over. Right, let's get to... Oh, no, hold on. We have the base. There's more on the base. Nothing that important. Right. Let's get to the part of this unboxing. So there is a thing there that I'll need to cut. This is the bit where holding a camera becomes awkward, but bear with me. I'm not good at doing this left-handed. And it's not an especially sharp knife. There we go. Now, given how expensive this card is, it would be a bit silly, wouldn't it, to try and do this one-handed and then end up breaking it. So, I do have a tripod. A tripod that was near a load of other things and is hitting all of them as I pick it up, however. There we go. You are now on a tripod. Now the disadvantage of that is as I move round, I do have quite a good stereo microphone on this camera, so if you're wearing headphones, I am now entirely in your left ear. I can only apologise for that. Well, I could fix it in post, but this is a low effort channel. So let me make sure I'm actually getting it in frame. There's a box, and we've got foam. What I'm just going to do very quickly is touch my taps, just so I'm not on any carpet, but just to make sure there's no static issues. Right. Lift that out. What do we have? Okay, so they have a sag let me try that again. They call it a sag holder, but that's weird. They have an anti-sag bracket thing. That's very sensible. It's probably quite a got some screws and stuff in there. It's probably quite a heavy card. And then the card itself. Thick 3-slot cooler there by the looks of it, which is good. It'd be a bit worrying if it wasn't. Oops. So what does this say? Attention, before power on your PC, please make sure you properly connect all the PCI Express connectors with the with the power supply unit, GPU PCI Express power cables. Board may have 2 or 3 8-pin connectors. Please wait for the graphics card cool if you wait to remove it from your PC system. And of course, sensitive devices do not open or handle except at a static-free workstation. Well, this is pretty static-free, if I'm honest. And I'm also fairly careful about how I handle these things. You know, I'm not going to just stick my fingers on a contact. So, broken the seal. Let's get this card out. Got a nice big hole in the back there for flow through, which NVIDIA didn't invent. There have been cards that have that for a while. Lots of R9 Furies benefited from it because they had quite a short PCB. Just pan up a little bit. Warning, hot surface. Yeah, I should imagine so. Got big, thick fin stack there. 3 big fans making full use of the area of the cooler. It's a bit weird. The heat pipes Can you see in there? Maybe you can't, but the heat pipes look as if they're looping around. So I think what's happening is the heat pipe comes in there, up there, and then it loops around there. So that's one way to spread the heat more, I suppose. Ah, power connectors. Only two 8-pins on this card. But it probably still wants quite a beefy power supply. I think it will be really taking those to the limit. And there's our I/O. 4 ports for 4 monitors. And I think that's everything, isn't it, really? I'm not in a position to review these because I don't have anything comparable. I mean, I could see how it performs against an RX 580. Seems a bit silly, doesn't it? But yeah, so that is the PNY RTX 3090. Pop it away again, just until the rest of the system's set up. So slide it back in the bag. But yes, tell you what, just before I go, I'll open this so we can see what the anti-sag bracket looks like. No, that's not going to open gracefully, is it? Oh well. So, do it the ungraceful way. Oh boy. It is laser cut acrylic. Not necessarily laser cut, I assume laser cut. The point is, it's just acrylic. Okay, fair enough. And what else do we have in here? We've got some screws and another piece of acrylic, I guess. How does that go together then? Oh, I see. So, you screw this into your case and then you screw this on like that, and that gives you a bit of leeway, a bit of flexibility in how it's positioned. And this bit is the bit that touches the card to support the card. Okay. Well, it's a lot better than not having an anti-sag solution. Now, I will probably be using this card on a test bench, so it won't actually matter. But there you are. I have a sneaking suspicion that despite being much the same as the other videos I do, this video might get a fair few more views. But as usual, if you are watching this for some reason, then I hope you found it useful. If you are watching this just because, you know, you're looking forward to getting a 3090, or you're enjoying looking at 3090s and you're hoping for entertainment, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it. Bye.